Welcome to the 50/50 pod, man. My name is Hayden. We have a lot of good things going on this week. Unfortunately, Teddy could not join us, but he will be back next week. But let's get right into what we posted. On Monday, we had the KD MVP speech, hands down my favorite one of all time. Still moves me to this day. On Tuesday, we had a personal favorite of mine, the Twist of Fates, where the Warriors got to draft Stephen Curry ahead of the well, first off, the Grizzlies drafting Hasheem Thabeet second in that draft was, I mean, at the time I get it, but looking back on it, big flop. But anyways, the Warriors got the draft Curry ahead of the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves spent two back-to-back picks on point guards, didn't grab Curry. Years later, the basketball gods said to the Timberwolves, all right, let me help you out with this. So we get more into that on Tuesday, so definitely check that one out. And on Wednesday, we had a what if Wednesday, where what if the best situation plays out for the Falcons. They did draft Penix over the offseason after signing Kirk Cousins, which is we get into why could be a good move if the best case scenario works out. It's like a 50/50 situation because they do need a quarterback to be there, be ready if anything happens to Kirk. But that high in the draft is just like where my mind kind of boggles. I thought there was a good amount of quarterback talent in the draft where they could have got somebody, but hey, to each his own. Maybe they see something in Penix that we all don't, but definitely check out that one. For our Throwback Thursday, we posted Rajon Rondo. That man is one of my favorite point guards of all time. He was definitely a floor general, as we call it, and he just saw the court in a different way. It was definitely one of my favorites to watch, even as a Lakers fan, and every final seeing him against Kobe, just going crazy. It was wild, and then he joined the Lakers to win another final, so that was really cool to see as well. But we had that one. And obviously today, Friday, we got our weekly report. On Saturday, we have an interesting story where DeAndre Jordan was a Dallas Maverick for less than a week. Didn't even put on the uniform yet, but definitely check out that one. In the football world, we got Ezekiel Elliott going back to the Cowboys, old stomping grounds. Be fun to see him back there. Travis Kelce re-signed a 2-year deal worth 34 mil with 17 guaranteed. We'll see if after those 2 years he'll retire. Who knows? Odell going back to the Dolphins. Odell just going to the Dolphins. He's going to join Tyreek and Jalen Waddle out there. So that'll be a fun and fast receiving core. We had the Tank Dell situation going on, the shooting, and he's expected to make a full recovery. So we're praying for him. It's good to hear that he's going to make a full recovery, though. Hopefully we're going to see him on the field this season. We got Tyler Boyd going to the Titans. He's going to be joining Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins out there. So we'll see what the Titans can do. It's not bad of a receiving core. And the Steelers, just signed Allen Robinson today. So in the basketball world, Darvin Ham fired from the Lakers. Finally, man. I know what they say. LeBron goes through coaches like crazy, but I don't know. Watching Darvin Ham and his decisions out there was just kind of crazy, but we'll see what happens. The Suns have also fired Frank Vogel today, and this recording is as of Thursday, May 9th. So yeah, they fired him today, which I feel is a bad move. Frank Vogel isn't the best coach. He's a good coach, though. He's a lot better than a good amount of the coaches out there right now. And I feel like the Suns' failure in the playoffs comes at the Suns' general manager. Bradley Beal did not show up in the playoffs, and they didn't have anybody else outside of Bradley Beal. The team that they're looking for and they're talking about building is a team they already had in the past. So it's like, what are we doing out here? We traded away. They have no draft picks for the next 5 years. If anybody's going to say a team is cooked, that team is cooked. And this is no disrespect to Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is a great player. I just think he's in the wrong situation. We got Devin Booker playing point guard. They need a point guard. They traded away Chris Paul and they have no facilitator over there now. They just have pure scorers, which is crazy to me. They got Devin Booker at point guard and they had Bradley Beal, who is making an absurd amount of money, and I'm pretty sure he has a no trade clause. And you also have Kevin Durant, who should be your number one option. And I thought Chris Paul, Book, KD, Ayton, that could have worked out. They barely gave it a shot, and I think it was crazy they traded for Beal, and they traded their whole future away. They have no draft picks, so they are cooked. I'm not sure what they're going to do this offseason, but apparently they're just starting off by blaming the coach. So it's pretty crazy, but who knows? But anyways, we also got the NBA playoffs. The Timberwolves, that is my favorite series going on so far. They're absolutely smacking the Nuggets. The amount of defense that team has is insane. The Nuggets can't do anything, and I really feel like they're exposing Jokic. They're exposing that he just doesn't play defense at all, and they're just playing way, way, way better defense. They're pressuring them. They're not letting them get by. They're not letting them get those easy buckets. They found out their strategy and what they did, and they're abusing that. And it's awesome to see. And hey, when Anthony Edwards said they got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels, he was not lying. Jaden McDaniels is a beast. If you're getting guarded by Jaden McDaniels, good luck. Jaden McDaniels has been locking up Jamal Murray this whole series. He's been locking up MPJ. And MPJ is the only one really kind of showing up. Jamal Murray and Jokic, I think, had like 13 points combined last game or something like that. But yeah, that's a that's a real interesting one going on. But we'll see if the Nuggets can bring it back. They got a game, as this is going to be dropping today. They got a game today, so we'll see if they can make the series 2-1 or if the Timberwolves will go up 3-0. But OKC, they take game 1 against the Mavericks by 20. That one I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavericks come back in with a statement for game 2. So we'll be seeing how that plays out. It'll be a good one. And then the Knicks are up 2 on the Pacers. We kind of all expected it. I'm not really sure how the Pacers made it this far, no disrespect, but the East is just not as excuse me. The East is just not as competitive as the West right now. So yeah, that series is going on. But props to the Knicks, man. Josh Hart has played 2 full games. And the Celtics got game 1 versus the Cavs. Also a series the Celtics will just take. But we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, like I said, the East just really isn't as competitive as the West right now. Like, if the Celtics don't make the finals, it's just, then I don't know. Like, the Knicks are great, but the Celtics should just take them out. The Celtics have a great team, but I don't think the Celtics can beat the Timberwolves. I don't think that the Celtics could. I mean, I think they could take OKC possibly, but that would be their best bet. I think the Nuggets would mess them up, and I also think the Mavericks would maybe give them a hard time, and OKC would definitely give them a hard time. But I think the Timberwolves are going to win the NBA Finals. That is my prediction and opinion. But up next, we got a very special guest where we are going to talk about our NBA all-time 5v5 draft style, and we're going to debate on whose team would win. It's my guy Laz, and let's just get right into it. Welcome back to the 50-50 pod, man. We got our special guest here. I'll let him take it away for his intro.
What's going on? This is Laz, aka the real handyman, up on the mic. Just here helping my nephew out, you know what I'm saying, on the podcast, and let's get it on. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So today, I already talked about it, but we're going to be doing a all-time 5v5 NBA draft style. We're going to try to keep it realistic as possible, position-wise, and we're going to debate about it along the way, and now we're just going to have fun with it. And, you know, since we got our special guest here today, we're going to let him take it away with the first pick. Whichever position you want to go with, I'll let you take it away.
My first pick, of course, is going to be Jason Kidd at guard, at point guard, no matter what.
Okay. All right. Jason Kidd. All right. So let me see. All right. So, if you're picking Jason Kidd's pretty wild for a first pick, not going to lie. We got all that talent on the board. Come on now, son. Jeez, who do I want to get? I feel like I got to. Yep, I'm going to do it. I got Kobe at shooting guard. That's going to be my first overall pick. I'm a Kobe fan. You feel me? I'm a Kobe fan. I gotta stay loyal. I gotta stay loyal.
Hey, but as far as my pick of shooting guard goes, it would have to be Reggie Miller. Not really much of a Pacer fan, but you know what I'm saying.
Bro,
Not a Pacer fan, but I gotta give respect where respect is due. As far as
crazy, that's so crazy. If you're leaving Reggie Miller, if you're picking Reggie Miller up and leaving fucking LeBron James, I'm gonna pick LeBron James at fucking small forward, man. I'm putting LeBron on that squad.
yeah,
Nah, bro, LeBron. Oh my God, Kobe.
no,
This man.
no, LeBron.
Okay, let's
I'll pick.
take it
I'll
to.
pick. I'll pick Kobe over LeBron James any day. But
I got
as
both
far
of them. I got both of them already.
I understand it, and I understand it, and I respect
Already
that.
cooking you.
But
Already cooking you.
But at the same time, with my team, I would not put LeBron James on my team at all.
That's actually insane.
Nope.
All right, go ahead with your next pick, man. Who you got next?
Next pick would be Dominique Wilkins.
Okay, okay. You got him at small forward, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Okay. So I got my shooting guard, I got my small forward. Huh. I I feel like for big men who I want is still going to be available. So for my point guard, I'm gonna go. Actually, yeah, for my point guard, I'm gonna go Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose.
I feel that.
My front court is elite. I got Derrick Rose, Kobe, LeBron. Come on, Derrick Rose is cooking Jason Kidd. Derrick Rose is giving Jason Kidd 40.
I don't know about that now because Jason Kidd can score.
Hey,
Not only is he a good assist and everything, but he can also score. So I give you that respect because I do like Rose. I'm not hating on Rose. I give you that.
yeah, everybody
It,
loves Rose, man.
it was a toss up. On all honesty, it was a toss up between Jason Kidd, Rose, and even what's his name from OKC.
Kevin Durant.
Westbrook.
Okay.
Westbrook.
Westbrook. Excuse me.
It was a toss-up.
Yeah,
was a
Westbrook's
toss-up.
up there.
You know what I'm saying? It was a toss-up between the three.
Man,
And I had a feeling you were gonna go D Rose. So
Yeah,
that's why I
man.
was like, let me go Jason Kidd because you know what I'm saying? And not because he was a net, not because he was Nets, but because he was a good point guard. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey man, for like a backup I had, I was thinking Kyrie Irving, no cap. But that was like a backup. But yeah, man. Go ahead with the next though. Who you got? Who you got your big man?
as my center, Kareem.
You got Kareem? Okay.
As my center.
You got Kareem.
Yep. I got Kareem as my center.
Okay. Do I want to pick my power forward or do I want to pick my center first?
But my power forward, you're gonna be like, what the hell?
I'm still all right. I'll match you up with the center real quick since you went center. I'm gonna go with my all-time favorite. I'm going with the man Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal definitely. Shaquille O'Neal is definitely giving Kareem the business.
I knew you were gonna go that route. I knew it.
I was either gonna pick Will, but I don't know, man. Like Shaq was playing, like, bro. There's a picture of Shaq. I'll put it up in the edit, but there's a picture of Shaq. Excuse me, Jesus. Picture of Shaq dunking on like the whole entire squad. I think it was on the Nets. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think it was on the Nets.
But you gotta understand when it comes to Shaq, okay, during his time in the NBA, as far as like everybody keeps saying he's one of the best centers and this and that because he, okay, I understand that. But at the same time, who can you match up with the power and the strength and the builtness of Shaq compared to any other center in the NBA at that time? As far as him getting, because the only time that he can really score is getting in the hole. Because
So
he really can't. The only time he can do it is by dunking. Because he really can't lay up. He really can't. You
Yao
know, he really can't do shit except dunk.
Yao Ming, come on now. Yao Ming was like 7'6".
That's another one. I give you that one. Yao Ming is a good one. I give you that one.
Hakeem was still around, I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
Or
Yep.
no, or fucking Alonzo Mourning was up there.
Yep. Alonzo Mourning is another good one.
Come on now, he was playing against real ones.
Even Patrick Ewing is another good one. You know what I'm
Come
saying? From New York. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's a lot of other centers that I think that, in my opinion, that are way better than Shaq, because Shaq was the only person that can only score inside, and that's it. He cannot score from the outside. You have other centers that can score from the outside and can block, can do everything Shaq can do, but the only thing Shaq can do is score in the inside because he was too much of a monster to keep from him scoring in the basket.
That's insane. Go ahead with your props, man. Go ahead. Man, I will not tolerate this Shaq slander. I will not tolerate this Shaq slander.
You can't compare. Honestly, bro, you can't compare Shaq's inside ability to anybody else's because Shaq cannot shoot a fadeaway shot for nothing.
He doesn't need to. He's just gonna dominate.
Because all he can do is dunk. He cannot score anything. Score a lick.
So Kareem, looking this up. I don't mean to interrupt you. So Kareem is 7'2". Shaq is 7'1".
Yeah.
So they're matching up pretty good, and I mean, Shaq. Come on, let's look at their stats. Kareem. All right, hold up.
Look at the stats.
Played 20 seasons. His career average, so of all of his seasons, his career average combined was 24.6 points and 11.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 2.6 blocks. 19 All-Star games, Rookie of the Year, 6 MVPs, 2 Final MVPs, 6 rings. Let's see what his best season was looking like. His best season,
I believe that's with Houston Rockets.
Nah, his best season was definitely. Wait, where'd it go? Hold up. Oh yeah. His best season was with the. Not Kareem. Nah, Kareem didn't play on the Rockets.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. His was the Lakers.
Bucks. It was the Bucks.
His was the Lakers. No.
Yeah, his best season was with the Bucks. Actually, he averaged 34.8 points a game and 16.6 rebounds a game. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3 seasons later, he got traded to the Lakers after averaging 30 points and 14 rebounds a game. That's crazy. But all right, we'll look at Shaq after that. So let's see, we'll go off career. So remember, 24.6 points and 11.2 rebounds. Now let's look at Shaq. So he played 19 seasons as well. He averaged 23.7 points and 10.9 rebounds a game and 2.3 blocks. He played 15 All-Star games, won the Rookie of the Year, 1 MVP award, 3 Finals MVPs, and he won 4 rings. Let's see what his best year was looking like.
His best year was probably with the Lakers.
Yeah, his best year was 1999 with the Lakers, averaging 29.7 points and 13.6 rebounds. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like the stats are matching up pretty well. Kareem does have the scoring. I will give you that. Kareem does have the more points per game, but still, I feel like Shaq is going to be locking that shit up because Shaq wasn't around when Kareem was around. If Shaq was around, Kareem would not have those stats, and I'll say that right here. Shaq is locking up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and there's no debate about it.
Because of his size, that's it. His size, that's it. Yes, they are about the same height. But I'm saying his build, as far as his build is concerned, yes, Shaq does have it over Kareem. I do give you that. Hey. And that's the only reason why he would score more in the hole than Kareem because of that fact that he's built bigger than Kareem.
You know what? I'll chill on the Shaq versus Kareem slanders because let's see, maybe they may not be guarding each other. Who's your other big man? Maybe we'll have to switch. Who's your four? Who's your power forward?
My power forward, I would have to go with Tim Duncan.
That's a good pick. That's who I was gonna pick. Damn. That's a good fucking pick. That is who I was gonna pick. Ah, man. Okay.
And I'm not really much of a Spurs fan either, but as far as giving him his props and his respect, I gotta go with Tim Duncan.
Fair enough.
Even though I'm a Nets and Knicks fan, still, you know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan gotta get it.
I'll give it to you. Okay, now I'm stuck between two people.
Because you probably got one of our backups.
I was going, okay. So originally, I was gonna pick Tim Duncan. My backup for Tim Duncan was going to be Chris Webber, but I changed my mind. I'm going with Dirk Nowitzki at my power forward.
He was my backup. Before I was picking Tim Duncan, he was my backup.
I'm going with Dirk Nowitzki, and I'll say also the main reason why. Chris Webber was like a dominant force, like he was gonna like punch you like type shit kind of like player.
Yep.
But like when I got D Rose, I got LeBron, I got Kobe, obviously, I got Shaq. Most of those, I mean, outside of Kobe, really, those guys are mainly known as like slashing kind of thing, get into the basket kind of thing, making a play kind of thing. So I need some shooting. Dirk Nowitzki is gonna hit the shot no matter if it's fucking
inside or out.
Exactly. 2 feet from the basket or 20 feet from the basket. It doesn't matter. He's gonna knock down the shot. And he's always in that mode. And also I got Shaq down there to catch any rebound. So boom. My starting five is fucking Derrick Rose, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Dirk Nowitzki, Shaquille O'Neal. What's your starting five? Say it out loud, my boy.
My starting five: Kareem, Jason Kidd, Tim Duncan, Dominique Wilkins, and Reggie Miller.
All right, so let's go matchup for matchup real quick if you're down. Let's go matchup for matchup. You know, I was also thinking about Dwayne Wade. I'm not gonna lie.
I was thinking about him too.
Dwayne Wade pondered my thoughts.
Yep, he did. He
you know,
go into my thought process too.
Do you want to make it? Do you want to make it interesting real quick? Add a six man. Add a six man off the bench for our squad.
6 man off the bench.
You want to? It's up to you. Your two is Reggie Miller, correct? That's who you picked?
Huh?
At your shooting guard, you got Reggie Miller, right? Okay, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do the 6 man?
Yeah, I'll do the 6 man.
All right, I'll let you do it, man. I'll let you take the first pick for 6 man.
For the 6 man, it's gonna be hard with that one.
It can be any position. It doesn't matter.
I know. I would have to go with one of my favorites, and not because he was a net too, but because he was one of my favorites growing up, Vince Carter.
I like that. That's a good pick. That's a great pick. That's a great pick.
Because him with the slam dunk contest and everything, and what he did in the league, I gotta give him his props, man.
That's a great pick.
No. It was either him, because that's why I was like, it's hard, because it was either gonna be him, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues is crazy, too. Come on.
I was gonna go Bogues, but hey, I picked Vince Carter over Muggsy Bogues. But you gotta think, for a short dude, for somebody short in the NBA, he's one of the shortest. He's actually the shortest player in the NBA.
Yeah, he is.
At 5'3".
He is.
All right, at 5'3", and look what he accomplished in the NBA.
I mean, no slander
So
or no disrespect to Muggsy Bogues, but in this situation, being the shortest one, come on now. I feel like he's getting locked up in this situation.
exactly, that's why I go with Vince Carter. You see what I'm saying?
That's a great pick. That's a great pick. And I
You
think
have
it's
to use
funny. I think it's funny because I'm actually not going too far down the road of Vince Carter, but I'm going with his cousin, Tracy McGrady, T Mac.
T Mac. That's what's up. I give you props with that one because that's another one that crossed my mind. That's another one that crossed my mind. I'm not gonna lie.
Because
He
he,
was one of my, and to be honest, he was one of the my picks for the starting five. But I'm like, you know what? I feel like everybody, the people that I picked deserve better opportunity than he did.
and here's also my reasoning for picking T Mac. He can play the shooting guard and small forward position and shit. If you needed him to, he
Yeah,
could play point guard as well. He could distribute the ball if you really needed him to. So
that's true.
kind of the perfect one. And LeBron could also play power forward at some points as well, and
Yeah.
putting Dirk at the center, and I have a full rotation in that sense. And let's see,
Hmm.
also kind of the same sense for you here. Dominique could play the four if he needed to, if times were calling. But
Yep.
so I think it's time to go matchup for matchup right now, see who wins and see who officially gets the dub. I don't know, man. I think we have to. So
Yeah.
we'll start it off
See
at
what happened.
the point guard spot, man. So we got Jason Kidd versus Derrick Rose. Who is winning that matchup? Do you have any statements for your number one overall pick, Jason Kidd?
Hey, my number one all time Jason Kidd, man. As far as like him scoring and being an assist, type player, I gotta give him his props.
Oh, come
And
on. Not.
I,
I gotta intervene here. I'm reading live right now. In his 19 seasons in his career, he averaged 12.6 points and 8.7 assists. He never scored more than 20 points a game, Tio. His best season, he dropped, let's see.
he made his other team better.
But so did Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose did
I
that.
know.
He
I'm
dominated.
not, I'm not hating on Derrick Rose.
I
I'm
know,
not
but
hating
Derrick
on Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is cooking Jason Kidd.
I'm not hating on Jason on Rose. On D
But
Rose.
okay,
He was
but
one of my backup picks. But I
Derrick
gotta go with old
Rose.
school.
I mean,
But as far as like old school, because I'm old school, so you know what I'm saying, I gotta stay with, what I'm saying, with that old school flavor. And Jason Kidd, you know, he can get in there and score, not only on the inside but the outside, and assist. So you know what I'm saying, and even steal. So you know what I'm saying, he can do it all around.
but Derrick Rose, come on.
I'm not hating on Derrick Rose.
But who's winning that matchup? That's what I'm saying. 1v1. Like, not 1v1, but like Derrick Rose is cooking Jason Kidd. Can Jason Kidd guard Derrick Rose? Is that what you're telling me?
To a certain extent, yes.
To a certain extent, it's so
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
Derrick
Yes.
Rose is giving Jason Kidd 50.
You can guard him.
Derrick Rose is the youngest MVP ever. I
I
will
understand
not
that.
tolerate
But still, I still at Jason Kidd's prime, he would still be a good guard to D Rose.
So you think in the matchup battle, Jason Kidd would have a better game than Derrick Rose?
Yeah. Not much of a better game. I want to say much of a better game. It would be close. It would be close.
So who do you think will have more points? Who do you think will have more points, Jason Kidd or Derrick Rose in this game? In this game against each other?
As far as points goes, I give it to D Rose. As far as points
Okay.
goes, I give it to D Rose.
Let's put a pause on this Derrick Rose and Jason Kidd conversation, and we'll move on to the next matchup. Reggie Miller and Kobe. Man, I don't even want to debate about this. Kobe Bean Bryant is giving Reggie Miller work. The most Reggie Miller's gonna get is maybe a couple lucky threes. Kobe is locking that shit up. Kobe is a defensive menace, first off. He is not letting Reggie Miller get anything. He's gonna be so zoned in on Reggie Miller, man. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know about that now, because Reggie can score. Reggie can score. You can't deny that that boy cannot score from either inside or out.
He can score. He can score, but Kobe is going to be on him the whole time. Kobe is not going to get cooked by Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller has no type of bag. Reggie Miller's bag is pull up and shoot. Kobe's locking that shit up. I don't want to hear it. Come on. You got to give Kobe that. So you think Reggie Miller...
I'm not hating on Kobe. I'm not hating on Kobe. I'm not a big
I think Dwayne Wade is better than Reggie Miller. Dwayne Wade could have been better than, or he is better than Reggie Miller. Kobe, bro, it's Kobe, D Wade. I don't know. I don't know if we're considering Allen Iverson a point guard or a shooting guard, but I thought about Allen Iverson as well.
I thought about Allen Iverson too, but I wouldn't. As far as like in a point guard or a shooting guard, you know what I'm saying? I was considering him too. I was considering AI. I'm not gonna lie.
So you really think
Reggie Miller though? In all opinion, since you picked Kobe, because that was gonna be one of my picks, but I know you were gonna pick his ass. So I was like, you know what? Let me get the backup and go with Reggie Miller. So that's why I said it like that. So that's why I was like, yo.
You just admitted that he's your backup. You just admitted he's your backup.
Yeah, but Kobe was one of my people that I was thinking about. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Kobe. I'm not hating on Kobe. And as far as him go, I would give it to Kobe. He might. So
you give it to Kobe? You give it to Kobe?
I give you more props to Kobe than I would, I give you more props to Kobe than I would Shaq.
Okay, so you give me Kobe though. You give me Kobe. You give me the Kobe matchup. All right, I got the Kobe matchup. I got the Kobe matchup.
I give you the Kobe matchup more than I would give you the Shaq.
I think I honestly got the whole front court matchup like set, because the next one, I mean, LeBron versus Dominique Wilkins. LeBron is messing up Dominique Wilkins so bad. And this is no respect Dominique Wilkins. I know Dominique Wilkins is a dog, but LeBron is cooking him. Dominique Wilkins, high flyer, you feel me? But Dominique Wilkins can't shoot. He cannot shoot. Dominique Wilkins is a brick artist. He had horrible shooting stats. He had a horrible shooting form. He did not know how to shoot. He just knew how to jump in the air, dunk the ball, man. LeBron can do that shit plus more. LeBron has way more accolades, way more stats. I will not tolerate it. You gotta give me the LeBron matchup. There's no conversation.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the LeBron. I don't know about the LeBron. So I'm not really a LeBron fan. Him and Shaq, I'm just not a fan of.
I mean, fan or not, you can't deny greatness. He would give Dominique Wilkins 50.
And Dominique Wilkins would give you 52.
No, he would not. Dominique Wilkins is getting.
He could give you 50.
Bro, Dominique Wilkins is getting clamped. Even if my 6-man T-Mac came in, T-Mac is locking up Dominique.
Now, T-Mac, I would say yes. T-Mac, if you T-Mac over, yes, I would give you that. As far as T-Mac is concerned, Dominique, I'll give you that. Man. But
so you don't.
As far as a good matchup, I give it to Dominique.
So Bron's not locking up Dominique.
Nah, not in my opinion, no. Because we could even play that on NBA 2K, and you know what I'm saying?
Bron is giving Dominique Wilkins a 50 piece, and he is not gonna. I mean, he's not even gonna get a chance to score. LeBron's gonna lock that shit up.
'Cause you gotta understand, he's a good defender.
Ah,
Not only is he a good player, he's a good defender.
all right, all right, all right. Well,
People keep forgetting about that. People keep forgetting about how good Dominique Wilkins was as a defender. Never mind as a shooting guard, as a shooter and everything. He was also a good defender, and people
okay,
seem to forget that.
okay, all right. So at our four spot, we got Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki. This one, this one is a
This,
tough one.
this,
I
no,
feel
this
like
was a
it's
tough
a
one.
great matchup. I feel like it's pretty equal, but I'm not gonna lie, Tim Duncan was my number one. I have to give the edge to Tim Duncan, so I feel like he would win that matchup at the power forward spot.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going with me, and I'm going with you
I
because
I am going with you, man, because I don't know, Tim Duncan, he's not gonna knock down a three, but he's just gonna make the right play every single time. It doesn't matter. Like he can shoot
exactly.
the ball pretty much from anywhere, but he's like
Yep.
Dirk's gonna shoot from anywhere and make that shit, and Dirk's got a nasty post fadeaway, but Tim Duncan is gonna be there and make the right play every single time. Tim Duncan's like a team
Yep.
captain. He was my number one pick, so that's why I'm giving you the power forward spot. You definitely win that one, in my opinion.
Yep.
But
Yeah. Because, like I said, even though I wasn't really a Spurs fan, like hardcore, Tim Duncan was one of my favorite power forwards in the NBA.
interesting enough, DeMarcus Cousins, when he was in his prime a while ago on the Kings, he was guarding Tim Duncan when he was kind of later in his career, and DeMarcus
Yeah,
Cousins was like talking shit, and
yeah,
Tim Duncan didn't say anything, and then Tim Duncan went on to score like 15 straight points in a row and like smacked him on the buzz. He was walking by, he's like, "Good shit," or something
yep,
like that. Like
yep. And
he's
it
a
still put
killer,
him in his
man.
place.
Tim Duncan is a killer, bro. I
Yep.
give you that one. But this is where things get real debatable because this is the matchup we always argue about. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus Shaquille O'Neal. I am taking Shaq every single time. Shaq is no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Because if you really want to get down to it, bro, okay. As far as Kareem goes, Kareem can shoot from anywhere and still make the shot. Okay, and he was a good defender. Okay, Shaq can only rebound, block, and dunk. That's it. That's all he can do. He cannot lay up the basketball. He can barely lay up the basketball, and the basketball is right there. And he can barely lay that up. He can't shoot a three. He can't shoot from the outside. The only thing he has is a dunk to make points. And who do you have to defend him as being as big as he is? Nobody with his size. So the only way that he's going to score is on the inside. That's it. He's not going to score from anywhere else but inside that paint. That's it.
You
And
know,
score a dunk. That's it. He's
I,
not gonna shoot it. He's not gonna shoot a fadeaway. He's not gonna shoot a jump shot. He's not gonna shoot a layup. Every once in a while, he might make a layup. He'll make a layup before he make a jump shot or a fadeaway. But as far as his overall shooting is concerned, no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen compared to Kareem because Kareem can shoot layups, hook shots, anything. Whatever you put in his face, he's gonna make. He's gonna make more than what he's gonna miss.
You know, I will give it to you. I think in the sense of big men, you have a way better group than I do for big men sense, but I think I take the front court. I think your big men, I think Kareem and Tim Duncan work together a lot better than Dirk and Shaq.
Yeah, but I
It's,
give you the props with the small man. I
I,
give you the props with the small man.
I think
The
the
small
front
man.
court. I think the front court. I definitely got with D Rose, Kobe, and LeBron. I think that duo or trio. I'm sorry, is unstoppable. And then I got T Mac coming off the bench, which I think is essentially a taller version of Vince Carter.
Yep.
And we're six man. And I think T Mac is giving Vince Carter the work. I don't know, man. In his prime, T Mac was unstoppable. What he scored like 17 points or 15 points, 12, whatever, in like 10 seconds or something. This man. This man did it.
Yep.
He can shoot. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know, but I think it'd be a good matchup. We do only have 5 minutes left in the recording time, so I think it's a good time if you want to take it away, Tio, about how basketball was back then compared to now. What's the difference? If you if you see any difference, if you think what just general thoughts essentially.
General thoughts from back in the days until now is that, you know, back then you had more hungry players and you had more of a laid back type of feel to the game to where, you know what I'm saying, now it's there's too many rules and too many people get away with shit that wouldn't be doing that shit back in the days. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be getting away with stuff like you do now, like you did back in the days. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't gonna happen. You know what I mean? And the feeling I mean, from back in the days, I could watch the game by myself and be happy. Now is when I gotta watch it with somebody because it's like without watching it with somebody, it just gets boring. You know, and it's because to me, I feel like basketball now needs to happen with a group of people to watch so you can enjoy it to where, you know what I'm saying, your team won and their team lost or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what it was back in the day, you could just watch that shit by yourself and have fun. You know?
Yeah.
And what about you?
I hear you 100%. And I mean, basketball back in the day for me is honestly kind of the 2010s era because that's when I was really able to like focus in on it. I first really started watching basketball. I forget the exact year, but Kobe was in the finals again versus the Celtics. They won this year. I think this was after the anything was possible moment from KG when he screamed that. I think the finals after that one when they came back and won.
I remember that.
But yeah, then I grew up with, D Rose, Russell Westbrook, and KD on OKC, Steph Curry on the come up, Chris Paul in Lob City with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. And, I came up with that. And I do like where the NBA is heading, to be honest. I think the super team era is dying finally. And I think we're experiencing that with the Phoenix Suns because in the offseason, they went ahead and traded away essentially their entire future and everything for Bradley Beal, who didn't even show up in the playoffs. And they actually just fired their coach today, too, which is pretty interesting. But
yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, so I think the super team era is dying finally because we had teams like the Timberwolves who have a pure scorer in Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns and just a bunch of dogs on the rest of the squad, a bunch of people that are just getting after that, accept the role, that don't want to be superstars. And I think that's how it's supposed to be, just personally. But that's
Yep, and I agree with that 100%, bro. Because them super teams back in the days that they used to do really don't really happen anymore because they let other people shine and not just certain people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So 100%. I agree with you on that one.
Yep. But hey, man, that's gonna do it for today. We got just a little minute left on the recording time. We want to give a huge shout out to Laz for jumping in on the pod and being a special guest. And if you have any last words you want to say, go ahead and take it away.
Just, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you props on this podcast stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm available any other time you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? Whenever, just hit me up and I'll be a part of whatever you need me to be a part of, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll definitely have you back on. And hey,
thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. To anyone watching, appreciate you for tapping in. And until next time.